Hello my stitching lovelies. So at the moment I am making a brooch version of Barry. This is Barry, my first death's head moth. There we go. And I am making a brooch version, and there has been a lot of interest in the process. My dog wants to come up as per usual. Is that better? We can't have Barry in shot and not have Snoo. So yeah, do you want to go in here? Snoob up. Why can't my dogs and my embroidery just get along? So I'm making a brooch version of Barry, and I'm making some edits to him to make him sort of wearable, thank you. So there's been a lot of interest in the process, and I thought I would do some behind the scenes stitching diary type videos. So I'm going to tell you now that if you like it, leave comments, because I will keep making them if you like them and find them useful. There we go, you've got a use. And if you know anybody who's really into their embroidery, let them know as well so they can comment. I am currently doing the wings, excuse me. And so I'm going to show you the process and the edits that I have made for these little wire slip wings here. So here are the deets for the little wings. So I am stitching some little death's head moth wings today. And this is Barry, the death's head moth. And we are making another Barry. Here's his little body. Can't really see because he's a bit close. But for this Barry, we are making a brooch. So I'm doing things a little bit differently. This wire is a lot thicker than the wire that I have used previously. This is 0.5mm, and I am also not stitching the background on these wings. We are leaving it as just plain fabric. And so I've doubled up my fabric. These little stitched wings here, we will not be doing all of this intricate stitching, just the brown markings. As you can see on the back, these are quite a mess. They are the Barry wing equivalent of a hoop butt shot. Being a brooch, it's going to be a lot more visible from the back, as you'll be viewing it from different angles. Now, it'll be interesting to see how this holds up as a brooch, because little wire slip wings are still quite delicate. So I shall be wearing him out, which will be super fun to road test him. Now, a few other things that I've done differently. I've done buttonhole stitch round the wire from this point to here, just so that we've got like a little bit of extra coverage there, just keeping things sort of as neat as possible and brooch friendly as possible. Trying out a few different techniques is always fun. And with this one, I have done my buttonhole stitch, and then I have left these sections to come back in with the brown. And I'm going to come back in and do the brown as I do the markings. So a few things a little bit different this time. And for the couching stitches, to avoid all of that mess on the back, or, you know, a little bit of mess, say these couching stitches were there, but this one wasn't, you would get a line of thread on the back. And so there are a couple of ways to avoid adding any extra lines of thread to the back. That's quite simply, you can put your couching stitches closer together so the distance travelled on the back is smaller, like so. Or you can cut them out as you get to them, as they are only really there to keep your wire in place while you do your buttonhole stitch, this here. So we're going to do this on this wing, and I'm going to give you like a little rundown of my process. Now, this 0.5mm wire is still perfectly cuttable with, you know, like your normal paper scissors, kitchen scissors. The standard scissors you'll have around your house. Do not use your embroidery scissors. This is a bad idea. This here is a knotted thread that just travels to here, and then I've gone all the way around, and then I've just couch these down for now, as like I said, I'm going to be snipping these out, so they don't really matter. So here I am stitching my wire down to my fabric with my buttonhole stitch. You can see my couching stitch here that I am unpicking as I go. So I'm just going to pull up the next one just to get that out of the way and give that a trim. There we go. Right, now we're getting towards the end here. So I'm going to remove a few of these. And then just finish up the wing before stitching around the wires. Gonna get one more in the middle there, just so we've got no gaps. Then I'm going to go around both wires. Just there, just a couple of times. And now I'm going to skip the fabric and just go around the main wires, like so. And I am using my thumb on the back here to push up where I need it so that I can angle my needle without going through the fabric. And I'm just going to go a little way down because I want to give myself some options basically when it comes to attaching the wings to the body for the brooch. We don't want any exposed wire, and this keeps them together nice and neatly as well. There we go. Right, and that is probably knotted enough. And this section will be underneath the fabric. So you could just cut that off already for the brown to finish off our little wings. So I am now going to stitch our brown buttonholing, and once the buttonhole stitch is done, I am going to come back in and then I am going to stitch all of the markings. So that's the lower wings for my little death's head moth, all finished. And I'm just going to take a lighter and remove all of the marks. Don't try this at home. This is an erasable pen, heat erasable, removed by friction, friction ball, made by Pilot. And the safer thing to do is just take your iron and iron your fabric lightly. But as I want to do this on camera and my iron isn't plugged in, it's just that little bit quicker. Can't say I don't put on a good show. There we go. And I will give it a proper iron afterwards. So that is the wings all finished, and I'm going to leave them like this for my Barry brooch. This has come away slightly, but because of that buttonhole stitch, that's not going anywhere. And like I said, these ends are going to go into the body of the moth. So the thread covering just means that we're not going to see any exposed wire at all. And now let's see what they look like cut out. So here are our finished wings. Yay! And da 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 da. There we go. How's that for a back that looks very similar to the front? So I'm going to add a little bit of paint on just these little edges here. A little bit of brown paint, tiny, tiny, tiny amount. Just to create the illusion of it being a real moth, just a little bit more. But yeah, so anyone seeing these wings from the side or the back, they are looking particularly good. If you liked this, do let me know. So here are the finished wings again. I am very obsessed with the 0.5 mil wire. I will put the gauge number below this video. I think they're going to hold up really well to being turned into a brooch, so I'm quite excited for this project. Are you all right there? Are you enjoying being in the box? He's enjoying his spotlight moment. And if you are now Barry obsessed, I will put the link below the video to my Barry course, as well as to my free bug case. Let me go get that. Stay. I don't know how well you can see this. This is the bug case, and this is free. So if you are just getting into embroidery and the 3D Stumpwork embroidery is a bit much for you, please come along and try my sampler pattern so that you can learn some new and exciting stitches. Again, let me know if you like this video so that I can make more. The other dog is coming up in a second. Yes, the smaller, cuter one. And Nuka has come into the fray to steal Snoo's thunder, haven't you? Yeah, yeah. So let me know if these two should be locked in another room for the next video. Thanks, Snoo. And I will be back shortly, hopefully, if you like this video, with the next stage of my Barry brooch making. Don't get sausage dogs. Get a poodle. Poodles are so well behaved. Bye-bye. Yeah, we're on camera. See this? There? Say hi. Right, no, not on Barry. Not on Barry. Why can't my dogs and my embroidery just get along? I'm going to show you the process now. Apparently this is boring. You have no use. You have no use. Show the camera. Do you want to come down now? Or are you enjoying being in the box? Is the light shining out of your ass? I think they should. Are you all right there? So here are the finished wings. This is very professional of you. And Snoo will be there too. So I now have 2 dogs in my light box. Thanks, New. The sturdiness of these. Are you impressed too? Yeah.